Hey guys, going to do a quick little video today, just going to kind of delve into what I think are two of Stephen King's best made-for-TV adaptations, and he's had several. He's had his own version of The Shining that he had a role in, that was a made-for-TV movie that was kind of interesting. I do not have a copy of that, unfortunately, but it had Rebecca De Mornay and Steven Weber, I believe. Might be getting his name wrong, but he was on Wings. But I thought it was good. It was a more faithful adaptation of King's work, considering he was more involved with it than the original Shining was. But there's been, the Tommyknockers, which wasn't so great. It was okay, not the best. Um, you know, Salem's Lot was originally a made-for-TV movie that was so popular that they actually recut it and released it in theaters in Europe. So, he's had a couple of really good ones, but these are two of my favorite ones. And the first one I'm going to talk about is Storm of the Century. Now, this one's a little bit unique because I have the two tape VHS copy of it. And then I also have this, it's like 13 different movies on like 2 discs, but it's also Storm of the Century on DVD. And this is one of my favorite ones to watch, like if I've got the flu or I'm not feeling good and I'm stuck in bed for a long period of time, boom, I pop this in and because I can watch this all the time. But then for the books of it, it's unique because it's not really a regular published story or a novella or anything, but there are books published, and what it is that they're actually screenplays. And I've got a couple of different, not screenplays, well, maybe screenplays is the right term, but it's written, like exterior, town hall, snowing outside, like that. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of actually fun to read along with while you're watching it as well. So, but I've got a couple different versions of that. I have this one, which I got from Thrift Books, and it's in Russian. Now, granted, I don't read Russian, but if you've ever watched any of my other videos, you realize I collect even foreign covers. I just love the artwork on it. I mean, that's such a cool looking picture. And then I have a old library copy paperback of it, and here's kind of what I'm showing. So it shows like the scripting, slowly, not really wanting to. He goes the rest of the way around to where he sees his partner. Screams like a woman. So it's written like a script and like an actual movie, which is kind of neat. So it's fun to read along with. So I've got the paperback one of that, and it's got the an ABC television event, and this came out in 1999, and I remember watching it when it originally aired. It aired in February of '99, I think right around Valentine's Day. Weird. But I remember watching it when it originally aired, and I really enjoyed it. And I was so glad when I actually came across it, because I had totally kind of forgotten about it, surprisingly, until I found this book, a hardcover version of it, in a used bookstore. And it totally jogged my memory. I'm like, oh yeah, I mean, it was this great movie. So it was probably about, 2006 that I came across that. So there was a while there where I just totally forgot this movie existed, and I'm so glad that I remembered it was out there, because it's a great one to watch. And if you haven't seen it, I think you really should. It's a little bit longer. I think it was originally like 4 nights worth, but it's about maybe 4 hours total if without the commercials, or maybe even not even that long. But yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. And then I also kind of have this pop figure that goes along with it. Now, this isn't actually a pop figure that goes with the story, because they don't make one. But this is actually a character from the TV show The Strain. And the thing is, the character in Storm of the Century actually carries a cane that has a wolf's head on it. And so I don't know if you can see it. The figure here also has a cane with a wolf's head. So I figure this is as close as I'm going to get to a Linoge figure. So I'm going to keep that with the collection. Now, the second one I have is actually kind of interesting, because there's two movies. And this one is Rose Red. And I have the 2-tape VHS, and it even says, bonus featurette, Making of Rose Red. Fun. And then I have the paperback, which is actually funny, because this one talks about now on DVD, Rose Red, and I don't have the DVD. And then I have the hardcover, and I've got two hardcovers. I've got one that has the thing on it that says, now motion picture from ABC, and then I have one without that. And so I've got those in my collection. But what a lot of people don't know about Rose Red is there's actually a second movie. And it's actually called The Diary of Ellen Rimbauer. and it's basically the story in the past when the house was being built, and her story. And it's not very long. I would think like an hour, hour and a half. So, but it was like maybe a one night event, and it was in 2003. So it came out about a year after Rose Red. So I don't know how much work they really put into it, but it is kind of an interesting one to watch. I mean, if you've seen the one, you should see the other. I honestly don't remember a whole lot about the Diary of Ellen Rimbauer. It had the maid, the African servant maid who had like the original in Rose Red. She actually is alive in the Diary of Ellen Rimbauer, so definitely worth checking out. But yeah, I was a big fan of Rose Red. It went on for like 4 nights. To me, it's like King's version of The Haunting. It's his take on it. It's a good haunted house ghost story with a little bit of psychic Carrie thrown in, and then the movie actually had Julian Sands in it, which to be honest, I always had a little crush on since he was in the movie Warlock way back when. But so those are two of my favorite Stephen King television adaptations. I think they're probably two of the best. But yeah, please feel free to leave a comment down below and let me know if you disagree or you agree or whatever. Hope everyone is staying safe and keep reading.